So, video game box art reviews have kind of become one of my favorite genres of YouTube videos. So, I figured I would make one, and I dragged along a tiny child to help me do this.
Hi, Deuces. I'm his little sister.
Yes, this is Sophia. So, we've got some box art for your consideration, or hers, one of the two.
Or both.
Yes. So, out the gate, satanic Donkey Kong here.
Pauline's wearing purple.
Pauline wearing purple's kind of weird. She's also blonde, but I'm like, why is Mario played by Burt Reynolds?
Burt Reynolds in my Mario? Nah, I prefer Blue Albano or the other guy in the new Mario movie.
Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Chris Pratt and Seth Rogen here. Also, I want to point out, why does Mario have Mjolnir? Like, that's a lightning bolt on it. Like, yeah, you get the hammer, but like that's clearly Mjolnir.
Legally distinct Mjolnir.
You don't need to be legally distinct to steal things from Vikings. They're already dead.
Exactly. I was just adding to it.
Okay, also, like, this construction is nonsense. It's just a bunch of I-beams in the void.
And the void of Brooklyn, New York.
The void of Brooklyn. Kind of. I'm kind of bummed, though, that I couldn't find, like, a good rip of this exact box art. This is the CBS Electronics, who were the publisher of it, because Nintendo wasn't that big back then. And it's for the 2600 and the ColecoVision. Both have this, but I'm like, what was the decision to, like, make this evil Donkey Kong? Like, there's threatening, and then there's Hellbeast. And this is Hellbeast Donkey Kong.
Hellbeast Monkey.
It's just such a mess. You want to move on to the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen this one before?
Oh, no. Kinda. I recognize the box inside of the box. It's a box inside of the box.
Yo, dog, I heard you like Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, so we put Dawn of Sorrow in your Dawn of Sorrow so you could Dawn of Sorrow while you Dawn of Sorrow.
Dawn of Sorrowception.
So, I thought this was just the North American one where they did this. Because this box art, it's pretty well known as far as Konami just didn't care. But then it's like, no, they didn't just do this on the American one. They did it on the Japanese one.
But what about the European one?
I don't think they did the re-release in Europe. Because when I was looking through it, I couldn't find it. But I'm like, it's a picture of the box. It's not we redid up the box art. We just took a picture of the box. Like, did they lose
with
it?
Their camera.
It might have been with their camera. It might have been with their phone. Honestly. Remember, Konami didn't just not care about video games after 2015. There were times where they were like, why not? Yeah, do whatever.
In like the 2000s.
Yeah. Well, this is also... So the Dawn of Sorrow box art, aside from the re-release one, like, a lot of people dunk on it because for it and Portrait of Ruin, they were like, let's do a more generic anime thing. And honestly, it's fine as itself. Like, a lot of people bag on it, but it's like, that's fine. But it's like the boxception here. Like,
Boxception.
also, just a reminder of Portrait of Ruin. Right, Charlotte?
Jonathan!
Charlotte.
Jonathan!
Charlotte.
Jonathan!
Charlotte. Okay, that's enough. That's my favorite video game meme. Probably. Okay, next one. What is going on here? So you're a big Puyo Puyo enthusiast.
That is correct.
Is this the entirety of Puyo Puyo?
For the compiler or in general?
Up to what was released at that point.
Yeah, I would say that.
Is this Puyo Puyo 4?
Yes.
But why is it Puyo Puyo N?
Because Puyo... because this sound makes yawn, which is yawn means for in Japanese.
Ich ni san nan go, right?
It's yawn, not yawn.
And it just makes me think of a cat. What? A cat is the only thing missing here. Because you have a fish, a frog, a Native American who is also an elf. Look at these ears.
That's
What?
a girl.
Well, yeah, I figured that. But, like, Puyo Puyo is weird. Does the skeleton talk?
Yes.
How can he talk with no lower jaw?
How can he drink tea if it just spill out of him? Ringo has a plan, Puyo Puyo 7.
So does he just do that Captain Barbarossa thing? Where he just starts drinking and it falls through his stomach?
I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Puyo's weird, and that's why I love it.
Puyo is very weird. Puzzle games in general are weird.
We need to
Also,
count the bombs.
I've never seen bombs in Puyo before. Like, is this a new gameplay thing?
I believe this in 15th anniversary had a mode where they used bombs.
Okay.
They were different. So in this game, the bomb mode was the more bombs. So there's like a time limit. And if you clear enough Puyos, the person who's in last place, I believe, gets bombed a lot and they lose.
Okay.
While in 15th anniversary, the garbage is bombs.
Oh, okay. And they're awfully cavalier about these bombs, too. Because, like, she's happy, Arl, why do you need a bomb? You can throw fireballs. Fireball!
I mean, she has decapitated Shezo.
That's right. Puyo is shockingly metal. Like, as cutesy as this all is, remember, this, like, started from a weird RPG series that was, like, a normal RPG, and then the Puyo puzzle took off. Okay. I think we're good here.
Yeah, that's
Look at
good.
this happy fish man.
Sugataro's happy.
Like, I know he's a normal guy, but, like, this is not a fish. This is a man. It's like how Hello Kitty is actually a human. You didn't know about that?
No.
Yeah, no, she's just a British girl. We all know British girls are cats. So she hasn't seen this one before. But I'm like, you gotta get these photorealistically drawn faces into this game. So Raw Danger is...
A PS2 game.
It's Disaster Report 2. And in the Disaster Report games, apparently every natural disaster hits whatever city the main characters are in at the same time. And there are 4 of these games. So the fact that they're running away, I don't remember the characters looking like this. I don't remember Marie from Breaking Bad being in Disaster Report.
Disaster Day of Crisis.
I wish it was Disaster Day of Crisis. That's a much better game. That's actually not related.
But pretty similar.
Okay, so this bugs me. So it has like this caution sign, but then it like cuts off on the sides. Like, I kind of feel like they should have shorted up because it cuts off on every angle. Like, it cuts off at the bottom, it cuts off at the top. Why is there radioactive waste there? There is no radioactive waste in the game. Like, we need to warn you of this biohazard as this tsunami and lightning bolt and...
Possibly earthquake coming.
there's an earthquake too. And there's just this floating skull up here.
Because people are gonna die.
It's like the skull god said, nope, enough of this city. Time to go.
Time to die.
Just die then.
Die. Don't let the legend come back to life.
No, just die. Oh, one of the classics. This has been like sort of always regarded as like the high point of just terrible box art. Sometimes you just need to give the unexpected straight of, yup, here it is. I feel it defies criticism.
It looks like it'll happen to you.
And it'll happen to you. Like, Is he casting a hex on you? Is he upset at you? Did he see something horrifying?
I'm getting the third answer.
I don't know anything about the game. And I kind of don't want to. Like, you know when you see something so insane and then you actually look into it and you're disappointed? Like, that's how I feel about Buckaroo Banzai. And that's why I will never watch Zardoz.
What the heck is Zardoz?
Oh, I have a trailer to show you. You want to see a bunch of guns erupting out of the top of a giant stone skull?
I don't know which one's more stupider, Morbius or that.
Oh no, Zardoz is far dumber than Morbius. Morbius is just kind of hilarious, but
and Cocaine Bear.
Yes, but Cocaine Bear is exactly what it says on the tin.
It's a bear on cocaine.
It's a bear on cocaine. We're not talking about Mystery of the Druids. What's what's there to say about a screaming man? Aside from that, it's hilarious. Did he just find out the mystery of the Druids?
Perhaps.
Is that what happened? Is the mystery of the Druids a shocking revelation? Did he go into the basement and find a photograph? Who knows?
Were clowns starting in that basement? Who knows?
Aaron Yeager goes into the basement and he opens the drawer and just a clown fart. That would make Attack on Titan's final act a lot better. So, I built this presentation to be symmetrical. And now we have cleared the second horrible faces one. You got anything on this?
So, the third guy's not here. There's a third guy, but he's not on this box art. He's on the Saturn's box art for some godforsaken reason.
So we were looking at this, and it's like, okay, the faces are kind of bad. The Super Nintendo box art is like a normal box art, and it's got them, and it's a little less baffling, but because this is specifically the European one. The North American one, not much different. It has like it kind of cuts it off a little bit more, but it's just the fact that it's like, boom, Viking in your face. But it's like, you only have 2 out of the 3. The Saturn box, because it's like vertically tall, it has all of them, but it's like, here's 2. And everyone knows Lost Vikings is 3 Vikings. So, I forget the names because I've never played these games. I'm like, I feel bad for him. He's like the Winston of Ghostbusters, only he wasn't banished because he was the Black Viking.
Also, I bet this is one hell of a way to market.
Yeah, well, like, it makes it seem like it's an action game. Because you're like, yeah, Viking, barbarian thing, whatever. But it's like, it's a puzzle game. Like, if you played Lost Vikings 1, you'd know this. I'm like, it's trying to make it seem like it's some action game, but it's not. Also, light sources, because this just stuck in my mind. He's getting hit from a blue light over here. He's getting hit from a different blue light over here. It makes sense on the Super Nintendo box, but it's just like total nonsense on the PS1 box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see where.
And there's like a planet floating off back there.
Also, he has a red light around him on this side.
Yeah, so he should also be getting hit by. Oh, oops. Yeah, light sources are out of control, but I think it's just because it was entirely repurposed from something else. Okay, let's go on. I wish I could have found a better looking picture of this one. So Strider, what do you know about Strider?
It's a game for the Sega Genesis.
So you played Marvel vs. Capcom, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember Strider in Marvel vs. Capcom?
No.
Okay, no. What occupation is Strider? What is his job class?
Warrior? I don't know.
Strider's a ninja.
Close enough.
Yeah. Look at this ninja.
This is not what I think of when I see the word ninja.
Like, in like the classic American like put action man here, it's like, but he's a ninja. What? Why is white guy? And also, like, what is with these like Arabian towers? Strider fights future space Russians.
That sounds rad.
Strider's pretty rad, but it's like that. Well, I guess kind of right. But what's he hanging on to here? Is this a helicopter?
I'm gonna say he's hanging by his sword and that helicopter gun thing.
Is he stabbing the helicopter?
Maybe.
Well, no, because he's swinging his sword. Because he has motion lines there.
Yeah.
But he's not swinging at anything. There are these guys in the background, but they're like way off. This is like a classic 80s box art of just nonsense.
But the Jetix came out in the 90s.
No, it didn't. 89.
But most people think of it as a 90s console.
Well, this was a launch game.
Oh.
Well, I mean, the 90s ended in 92. The 80s existed from 1978 to 1992. This is an exact metric. It's bookended by Van Halen 1 and Nevermind. I mean, Nevermind came out in 91 but didn't gain traction until 92. Whatever. But it's like, he's a ninja. Why is Ninja Beef Man here? Yeah!
Yes, as you can see, it's the Street Fighter 2 box art. Ryu is thrown. Chun-Li's trying to fight back against Blanca.
Blanca is like the infinite pinball. He loves it.
He wants to see his mama.
I love my mama. Blanca should get his own pinball spinoff. When's Blanca Spinball?
Never, because Capcom doesn't care.
If Capcom ever made a pinball game, Blanca would be the star. But he's just the star of Street Fighter in general when you think about it. Who else do you know wears a mascot suit of themselves?
No one.
What a champ Blanca is. He's so happy to be doing it too. Because like normally you think, oh, Blanca's angry, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat both of you.
And Ryu's already beaten.
So there's another version of this specific piece of art, and off screen, Blanca's bursting through a wall. So it's like Blanca burst through the wall, knocked out Ryu, and oh man, I just realized how strange the size of all this is. Because Blanca is gigantic here. When you compare him to how tiny Ryu looks.
And Chun-Li's trying to commit kick.
Also, I don't think he actually hit that trash can. I think that's just air current from Blanca's hype. Knocked it over.
Blanca's hype.
Blanca hype.
We love to see him.
We'd love to see him. Blanca, you keep living your best life. Buy it. Buy the game. Another one of the classic bad box arts. So Arkham City's original box art, it's okay. It's not like amazing, but it's like.
But once it became Game of the Year, you know you were screwed.
Yeah, play it. Go play Arkham. We have bonus content. Bonus content. Don't you get it? We're Game of the Year. And 3D TVs.
Who the heck gives a care about 3D TVs in
No
modern
one.
day?
That died within a year.
Exactly.
3D TVs were dead before Game of the Year edition existed. Like, it's one of those classic ones that's like, I don't need to talk about it. It's like, you need to know. Game of the Year? Game of the Year, guys, you should play Arkham City. I mean, you should. I mean, it is a great game, but
Get the point. All you're saying. What?
So guilty. And they love that they're guilty.
Love that they're guilty of murder and kidnapping.
Oh, ain't I a stinker? I mean, look at this guilt face. It looks like the big boy mascot.
Who the heck's the big boy?
Oh, I should show you. I've shown you Big Boy. I'll throw a picture on screen when I edit it, but it's like it is like giant guilt, like all the time.
Mega guilt.
I mean, I'd ask what they're guilty of, but clearly it's murder because they're Killer Kong. But like
and kidnapping because monkey.
Probably kidnapping. Probably kidnap into murder. All right, I found Big Boy for you.
Right.
He looks so guilty.
Or on drugs.
Yeah, probably on drugs. This cocaine ape. She almost spit out her water there.
No, I didn't.
It's because you knew you were going to hit my laptop and we were going to be very upset.
Good point.
So this Kong, it does cocaine and it has a monocle.
Well, he's probably mixing up about the cocaine part, but you get the point.
No, that's cocaine ape. I refuse to believe otherwise.
We more batshit, because we've seen cocaine bear,
I mean, yeah, but gorillas are angrier than black bears are naturally.
But that would still be worse.
I could fight a cocaine giraffe. Anything more hostile than that, I don't want anything to deal with.
Cocaine cat.
Cocaine cat, it is small and easily fought, but its tenacity is great.
Why are we even talking about cocaine animals? Let's get to the next game.
I thought we were finishing here. Ah, here we go. One more. Another. Oh! There we go.
Mickey's descending down to hell to beat up Satan.
We were gonna hold back, but you know what? We had one extra. One more in the barrel. Speaking of one in the barrel, Mickey Mouse is cocked. He's ready to go.
He's ready to beat your ass.
Oh, he's coming.
He is ready to beat Satan's ass and he won't feel a thing.
I'm gonna fight the darkness. Uh-huh. It's like what? Like, why is he going into hell? Like, so this is the PS1 port of Mickey Mania, and it's like he's ready to go. Like, Mickey Mouse is gonna go hang out with Dante and Doomslayer, and they're gonna clear that place out.
And to lecture Satan not to be horny, because we've always
back to Puyo Puyo. Isn't there a reskinned Disney Puyo Puyo?
Yeah. Timon and Pumbaa's bug thing.
Okay. Gotcha. So we're back to Seth Rogen. Everything's come full circle. I wanted to make this bookended by two monkeys with King Kong and Killer Kong, or Donkey Kong and Killer Kong. Instead, we're bookending with Seth Rogen. I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, that's enough.
And skeletons and ghosts.
I wish there were skeletons in Mario. Oh, right, there are skeletons in Mario. Bowser's my favorite skeleton. And there are a lot of skeletons that I like.
Who's your favorite skeleton?
Probably Bowser. The skeleton ball from... It's in one of the Dark Souls. It's just a ball of skeletons.
That's horrifying.
Well, that's Dark Souls. There's got to be more skeletons. What do you think? What skeletons do you want to encourage fighting?
I don't know.
Spinal from Killer Instinct and his Cthulhu shield.
Why does he have the shield with Cthulhu on it?
Because they were like, it's a Harryhausen skeleton. We need to make it more interesting. And then he got like the most expensive song ever made as his theme song. And I believe it is still the most expensive song ever made.
How much was the budget?
I don't know. Microsoft was like, make the song. And Mick Gordon was like, ha 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 ha, you give me a budget. Please give Mick Gordon a budget. Please give Mick Gordon more work so that he stops working with sketchy weirdos. Oh, no, I'm sad. Okay, wrap it.
That's it. We're done. Morty.
Morty. Morty, 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 Morty. Morty. Laugh. Very high IQ to understand Rick and Morty. Morty, Morty, Morty. I don't like Rick and Morty. Literal 11-year-old. Rick and Morty is built for 11-year-olds. This is what happens. Morty.
What the heck?